And once you learn how to do that, then you can bring in all the stakeholders and you can get into programs that'll help you and train you on how to build it. But that first step is you have to design a business model that is desirable.
When I initially moved back to Pensacola, I had a meeting with Lloyd. Lloyd invited me for breakfast, and I was telling him, man, I still have an idea for the entertainment industry. This is what I wanted to do. He was like, all right, I got Startup on the Blocks. So I need you to start coming to Startup on the Blocks and get a little more information on how to work through the tech ecosystem and take your idea and we'll get you where you need to go. My company is called The Know, is an app that is streamlining business for the entertainment industry. Yeah, so if you're a musician, what you would do is pretty much jump on the platform, you'll create a profile, but the way we created the profile is pretty much a cleaner way. So now if they want more information about you, you'll connect your social media platforms, your streaming platforms, and that way they can go directly to it. What we also have included is your calendar. So pretty much you can set your days, you can set your price for your days and automate your booking. So initially talking to Lloyd, my idea was all here, it was there, it was over here, it was over there. It was like, all right, Quinn, I get it. You got a lot that you want to do, but we need you to bring it in just a little bit and then work on your pitch, your story, and how you're going to bring it full circle to get people to understand what you're trying to create.
Most of the programs here wasn't inclusive, and so we said we'll focus on helping founders of color. We also start at the beginning of the thing, at the idea stage, whereas a lot of the programs you see here locally, they start after you're up, and that's not very efficient unless if you don't have a lot of money, you can't recover from your mistakes. And the lean startup system, it actually helps you make mistakes faster before you spend a lot of money. You don't actually start building anything until you got customer buy-in.
There was a need for small businesses to bring brand awareness to their business. I see there's a lot of makers and bakers that they're making all of these goodies and these products, but they can't market it, they can't sell it at the same time, and there needs to be kind of like that middleman, that middle person to help bring economic growth to some of the small businesses in Pensacola. So Taste of Pensacola, I came up with that idea during the pandemic when I saw things at that time that Amazon couldn't fulfill. They didn't even have those products, but the local people in the community, they did. And so there was a ton of people coming out saying, hey, I make masks. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. All the local people here that are just as talented that can actually make those products. And so I wanted to kind of showcase who they were. So with Taste of Pensacola, our income streams, we have several of them. We have the corporate America, we do corporate gifting, just regular consumers, different Pensacola natives that don't live here that want to purchase our boxes, like a taste of weddings, distribution. So we also do bulk sales. So for a private airline, if they want some local snacks and goodies on their passenger flights, they will come to Taste of Pensacola and we will source their vendors here locally, and we'll give a small business owner an opportunity to have reoccurring monthly sales. I've always had a really big vision for Taste of Pensacola. I knew that it could go beyond just local. I know that maybe other communities could possibly use the same platform that I'm trying to build. And I always have these big visions, but I never know how to even get there. Where do I start? I know it's more than, there's a lot of technical things behind it. I know there's a lot of research, but that connection, I never had it until, thankfully, I met and was introduced to Startups on the Blocks and was able to just learn more about how to grow it in terms of data. Things I just never thought about, framework, words like traction. There's a lot of things that I just did not know about and language that I need to know in order to get funding for my business. There's just a lot that I didn't know.
I would go to the stores and look online. They didn't have a wide variety of natural hair products about 8 years ago. And the ones that they did have, the ingredients, it would say that they were all natural. And when I would research the ingredients, a lot of the ingredients were not natural. I make everything, my shampoo, conditioner, I have an oil that I make, and I have 2 different separate butters. Like I had some people who were completely bald and grew their hair. It's about giving women their confidence back in their hair. I have this salon and then I have a second salon, and I have my products in about 5 beauty supply stores. So I need a manufacturer to keep up with the demand at this point. Startup on the Blocks has helped my business grow. Send me to different people. I'm able to do different pitch competitions to apply for grants in the community for small businesses. Lloyd's a really good person to connect with. He has a lot of resources here in the community that can help small businesses grow. If you have a product out there and you're trying to go big time, he's the person that you would want to meet with.
So it's really important to have some type of support because 9 times out of 10, most founders start out on their own. And to have somebody that has an idea of how the ecosystem works and is able to tap into other resources and bring back to the community, and that pretty much has encountered some of the roadblocks or going through the same roadblocks that we're currently going through and understands where you're at, your culture and how you respond to things, is a big help because you don't really have too many people that have access to what we have access to here in the community. And a lot of people believe that you have to leave and go to bigger cities to do the things that we're doing here. But I mean, it's one thing to have exposure, but you have to actually know it's here in the community in order to take advantage of the resources. So I get approached and I talk to friends all the time that wants to either start an idea or hear that I'm actually doing the app and wants to know more information about how are you doing it or what's the process, what's the path. I'm like, man, we have somebody here, Startup on the Blocks, Lloyd Richard. And Lloyd is here, he's a great resource to the community and to founders that's trying to learn the ecosystem. So join Startup on the Blocks.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Startups on the Block, Startup Best Practices. We're glad to have you here today and hope you all got your Black History Month off to a great start. We're going to start today by giving a shout out to our sponsors. And also I've added a QR code for you, if any of you out there want to support what we're doing, you can actually contribute using that QR code there. But anyway, all the activities that we do to support founders and by hosting this event every week. Been doing it for 3.5 years, and I've lost count on the number of events, but it's definitely close to 150 or more. So we're excited, to what we're doing, and our sponsors really, we're giving a shout out to them. First off, last year and this year, we've been working with the Black and Technology Foundation, the Blacks in Technology Foundation, and working with a lot of their founders to kind of learn the best practices for building a startup. So we appreciate that partnership, and also partner with Florida Power and Light to support Black founders as there. And so, yeah, we couldn't do this events and programs without all these banks, the First, the Renaissance Bank, Industry Hotel. They sponsored several of our pitch competitions, and it's really fantastic support we've been getting. And we're going to do some campaigns for this month to kind of build up the support for our Black Founder Program, where we can speed up the process of helping Black founders all over the world to kind of move forward with their ideas. So very excited about that. And so join in and let's help Black founders learn the best practices and move forward really fast. And so today we're I thought it would be good to share some resources that I've came across to kind of help any founder with their idea, including evaluating their idea. And so we wanted to kind of expose you all to some of those tools, and I got them listed in a document. So I'm going to find that document real quick here and post. I think I've posted in the chat so you all can actually see it. It's companion doc. Let me find it here, but I'll find it a little later and I'll share it with y'all. And that's what we're gonna use to kind of where you can kind of share your idea. And I'll go ahead and post it in here in the chat now. So if you can, this is going to be an interactive event tonight. So we're going to take some of your your business ideas, and then we're going to leverage some of the chatbots to kind of evaluate what your how your idea, is all types of evaluations that we're going to be able to do with it, and get some feedback on how to make your idea strong and scalable and all of that good stuff. So go ahead and click on that companion doc, and when you actually get to it, just add yourself to the table. You'll see a thing to add there, and then just put your email address and name in there. And then if you got a idea you want me to take a look at tonight, and with one of the AI tools, we'll do that. So get that. So next week we're going to have Vince Qualls on. He's been using the Lean Startup methodology for a couple of years or more now, and he's actually one of our coaches as well. But he's actually, through using the methodology, he has moved his business right along, and so we wanted him to come back and give an update. And he's a real advocate for using AI tools to kind of move your business forward. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat, and I'll be glad to do what I can to answer them. Then on the 15th, we're going to have Basha Ferdinand on. She's with Synapse Florida, and the Synapse is coming up on the 28th of this month. And if you got our email newsletter today, there's a coupon there's a discount code to get a lower price registration. It's in Tampa on the 28th. And if you want to have a booth to share what you're doing with your startup, we have a discount coupon in there where you can actually save over $1,750 on that. So I think you end up having to spend around $700, but it's a good value. You get a VIP ticket to the event on the night before, and you get 2 event tickets. So it's a pretty reasonable deal there. So she'll be on to tell us a little bit more about that and about innovation stuff. So glad to have the support from Synapse Florida. They're one of our partners, and they really want to support the innovation ecosystem here in Northwest Florida. And so if you look at all these things we did last year, you can see why I'm really interested in AI, and so trying to figure out how to streamline a lot of this stuff and to be able to support more founders and get feedback. Because right now we're literally limited by our coaches. We got about 10 coaches, and they actually spent over 1,000 hours last year coaching the founders. So we want to take some of that load off them, and then the founders can actually leverage some of these AI tools to kind of help them with their startup. So if you got any feelings about AI, you feel free to share them in the chat, because we want to to be open and clear about stuff like that. So this year, the main thing I point out here is that we're going to do a Black Founder Innovation Summit on the 19th and 20th. So mark those. Friday afternoon, we're going to do a networking event and a reception. And then on Saturday the 20th, we're going to have some in-person workshops. We also stream it. So if you want to get online, and I see how Ron has been asking me to do that for years. So, and we really appreciate his support and looking forward to his sponsorship as well. And if y'all know, I need to list Ron as a sponsor. He's been with us since we started, and they've been providing financial support as well. So we appreciate you out there, Ron. All righty. So So you can see we need help to kind of move forward with some of these activities. I know a lot of you all have seen this before, but it's real important when founders enter the ecosystem, they understand the phases that a founder go through. And so I always share this. So if we have any new founders, they can kind of understand, that um, you start off way before you open up a business, or if you're a startup founder, you before you even get your product or service, you go through all these phases back here to be ready to launch your product or service. And Startup Commons, they publish a lot of information to support founders, and I'll be sharing you one of the AI tools that they offer for free called Wisdom AI. And all the years they've been training founders, and they got an open source curriculum. So if you that you can download and go through the training, and so they're uh, a great resource in the startup ecosystem. And so I was talking about Vince a little earlier, and so he has read all the Ashmore's book about this the startup stuff. He was the one that created the Lean Canvas and all the training that we provide for free. And anybody, we can give them access to the training. There's no restriction on that. But the key thing is actually reading the training material. And Ash has a couple of books. One of them is Running Lean, and this latest book is called Scaling Lean. And I've been listening to that book over and over again, and it's literally a step by step approach to going from an idea to getting repeatable sales. And so, and we're also looking for people that's coaches that are interested in taking the Lean Stack training and getting the certification, to move forward. So if you have any interest in that, please let us know as well. Okay, and a lot of us, when you see all these opportunities out there, and you see all these programs, and you talk to people about your idea, it's knowing what to say and knowing the language of the startup ecosystem. Startup Science, we partner with them, and I can't stress the importance of reading through the training they have, and also building up your business profile. And you can invite investors into the profile. All the training teaches you how to apply for programs. It has a list of programs that you can apply for. It's just an amazing tool to have access to, and there's over close to 40 training modules in there, and they all are just short videos, and all you can read or listen to them. But there's a great thing. And so if you want the expertise of a person, a founder that's been through 12 exits, that's the training to go through. And so, yeah, if you want to get access to that and you don't already have access to it, you can go to our website, cocoinstitute.org, and click the Get Started page and fill out the start date. But most of you all, if you've been participating in our programs, you should already have an invite to get access to that. Ready. So any questions out there or comments on what we're doing here? And that's all I'll share for now on that. And I'm going to pull up the companion doc and just see if anybody has put anything in there. And the doc is set up where you can only see what you actually put in there. So definitely. So does anybody out there actually want to kind of go through some of the stuff? Okay. Let me know in the chat so we can pull up your stuff. I'm still looking here to kind of see what's going on. See if we got anybody that wants to do something. Okay, Mark, if you fill out your business idea, I can copy and paste it. Or if you're out there, if you have a business idea you want to put in the chat, we can do that as well. Okay, let me pull up the document so everybody can actually see it. Let me share my screen here. Okay, all right, here we go. So we'll talk about some of these things, and the ones I'm going to go over tonight is this Seabiscuit one. So, like, what I need, whoever's interested in actually having their business idea evaluated, and we'll use this model here. So this you can get access to this one in the paid version of ChatGPT, or you can go to their website. They got a free version of it where you don't have to have a ChatGPT account or anything, and they got a paid version as well. Okay. So, see, Mike wants to use the pitch generator to pitch the following online management system powered by AI. Okay, so Michael, so you mean the pitch Bob? Is that the one you're talking about? So we definitely want to do that one, and we have a 50% off code on that one as well. And I'll show you some of the things that come with that. So let me find something here. Let's see. So on that one, that pitch Bob one, it generates a lot of stuff. So information about accelerator programs, a business model canvas, your pitch deck for you, a program letter, a pitch deck, and a program summary, and a business plan. And so that's a pretty powerful tool, and it comes. These documents they come in PowerPoint, and some of them come in Word. So this one is a really good one to do an example of. Okay, so let's see what else is on the list here. Where's my companion doc at? Okay, so there's one called Startup GPT. So that's a neat one. Yeah. So like yeah. So let's see here. Wisdom AI, it's actually a free one, and so you can do that one, and that's the one that's by the Startup Commons one. So it's a pretty neat one. There's ChatGPT one, the Startup Hub, and Professor Synapse. This is a one on ChatGPT Plus as well. I really love this one because it leads you through everything. And for those of you that only want to do private stuff, there's this Jan AI,
And so this one, it actually, you can install it on your computer. You don't have to pay anything. And it's got several models you can use, and you can ask it all the questions you want. So let's see. So Michael, let's go to the page so you can actually see what the deal is on that one. I think I got the page already pulled up here. Find it here. It's the documents. Okay, here it is. So the AI pitch deck generator, it's it does a lot of stuff for get you started. And Jim, just so you want to see the pricing here. So they have a basic version that's $19.90. And so just so you all know, we're going to get scholarships, for those who can't afford to pay. That's why we're going to get sponsors to actually pay. But their professional version that we have 50% off on is it's the one that I generated all those documents that I showed you earlier. And so you can see it's affordable, and it's actually a one-time fee, which is kind of hard for me to believe. And I haven't even finished using this one yet. So does anybody got any preferences on? So the two choices I'm going to do tonight are the let's see, where is let me get my companion doc back up here. Definitely want to do the Seabiscuit one. But I think this, I can show you the pitch bob one, the sequence of stuff, but it actually takes a little longer. Yeah, to kind of go through. And literally, Michael, we're literally in our campaign for this Black History Month. We're gonna go after sponsors for a market research report for your startup idea, and we're getting donations for that. We're evaluating your business idea, and we'll use Seabiscuit for that. And so but I just want to make sure everybody know these tools out there. You don't have to wait on a coach all the time, but some of these things are going to require some help from coaches. So, but that's what the deal is there. So the thing is, I need somebody with share a business idea. I'll show you what I did with the pitch bob one, and let's go here. So what I want to show you first is, so you can try it for free. So I'll go ahead and put the link in there, and then the companion doc has the coupon. You can do it for free, but this is what you need to do if you want to try it for free. You can do it through Facebook, an app called Telegram, WhatsApp, WeChat, or you can do a web interface. For some reason, I chose Facebook, and so literally, last Saturday morning, I'm sitting up, and we partnered with this company, but I couldn't wait for the guy to send a coupon, so I went ahead and paid the full price for it. So, but it just literally asks you questions, and let's see where to start at here. I had to restart it one time, but let's start. I think this is where I started at. And I did it for the Black Founder program that we're raising the scholarships to pay for Black founders to get access to a lot of the resources we had. So it's just a chat dialogue, and let's see where. So when it got started here, it just asked me what my full name was. So I was, and so I gave it my name, and then it asked me to to also give a 100-character description of what I was trying to do, which was pretty. I just put the black founder program. But if you see, I'm not going to go into bore you with all the details, but the thing that I want to think, so it says describe, your idea briefly. Train black founders on best practices. So 3 to 5 words. So it's getting and said, like, actually, did I have a website? I said, skip, I did. Then it asks, what's the idea behind your project? 600 characters. And I had trouble with this one, but ultimately, and it didn't handle it all that well. But but I did simplify it to like one sentence, and it seems to okay. So let's see. So it seemed to be okay with that. So anybody got any questions so far about how this actually works? And it's asking, here is asking, what language do I prefer to write in? I had to redo this. I started over once on that, so I'm just going to skip on down. Because once you start, you can actually start over. So that's other neat thing about it. So I told it what I wanted to do, and it said I should say elevating Black entrepreneurial talent. So it's going to give you feedback. We were talking about the website before. Skip that. What's the idea behind that? And see. Then it says, what's my project vision? 200 characters. And then it asked me, did I needed help with the answer? Then it helped me with the answer. And literally, there's actually 35 questions. And it takes a little while to get through it. And I'm going to stop right there. But I went all the way down, answered all the questions, and it helped me with each one of the questions if I didn't do it. And one of the questions I asked me was, what technology is, what's needed for your platform? So I didn't know the answer to that. So I just went over to ChatGPT and asked, describe what I was building and asked it what type of technology do I need? And it listed all the technology, and I put that in there. So that's one thing I wanted to say. If a lot of these things, if you can't figure out the answer to them, you can always use ChatGPT to kind of help. So after answering 35 questions, and so then that's where the money thing starts here. Okay. Let's see. Because some of the questions are challenging, so that's when you're going to have to, you can skip them and get ChatGPT to help you out with. And so once I finished answering all the questions, then it asked me to choose one of the packages, and I chose this package. And then all of a sudden, I started getting emails with the stuff, and asked me which template I wanted to use for my pitch deck, and I chose this one. And but it just generated so much stuff. And it just kept sending me emails with all the stuff it was generating. And then to top it off, once you get in their program, they have perks for founders. So all these free things that you can actually get, and it's like, I think it's over 400 of them. And then they also have a startup community. So I think this is a great opportunity for founders, and work. If you, that form, that companion doc, you can actually put in there if you need a scholarship to do it, and we'll raise the funding to support anybody that can't afford to pay for that. But the main thing is take advantage of the code and the companion doc, and this code right here, and see if I can copy it for you, put it in the chat. And I did want to let everybody know I haven't actually finished going through the whole program yet, and I'll show you where I I left off at. So now I'm at the point where it's going to start going through the pitch coaching, and so you will have to kind of wait and see how that. I'm not exactly sure how that works. But it's been a great tool so far to use, and I think it would be beneficial to a lot of the founders out there, especially if you actually just getting started, and then you get access to these documents. Yeah, let's see. Let's take a quick look at this business plan one. It's got the stuff in there, and the guys that that developed this particular program, their executive summary of the program, sales deck. Like, this is not the pitch deck. This is the sales deck to actually go out and sell, what the deal is there. That's just the letter. And here's the pitch deck. I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't like any of the templates that they had, but but at least you got the information that from their opinion that they think the investors want to see. And what they do is they create a business model canvas as opposed to the lean canvas. But it's good to see your business model from a business model canvas perspective as well. Yeah, and they also submit your stuff to accelerator programs as well. So anybody got any questions on that one? You think it's worth $60 or $30 or whatever? Well, also, how would you rate it so far? I would say definitely 8, maybe 8 or 9. And from the standpoint of getting you started. So like if you let's say you are a new founder, to kind of get some of this stuff all at once, but it's going to be a pretty neat deal. But also, getting into a community of founders, and so, like, if you when you take a look at these perks here, and of course you can get some of these perks somewhere else, so they're reasonable, and the idea of the perks. That's what I tell founders in general. Why spend the money for stuff when you can actually leverage some of these perks, to kind of save you money on your startup. Yeah. So so Michael, what I didn't notice a financial thing. What we do is with the founders in the Lean Stack program, it does a traction roadmap where it tells you, what you need to do in order to generate that 10x scale. So that's a start. But there's another tool that I've used in the past. It used to be called startup financial model, but it's called Performa something, and it's actually a spreadsheet that's actually got over 860,000 calculations in it, and it's totally free. Vercel and I, we actually paid for it years ago, but the company who created that, they were also investing in some of the startups that were using it, so they were making more money on investing in the things. But this particular tool doesn't do that do in any detail that I see. So there's still a need for that. But I think at the early stage, from the training that we've been going through, it basically says a lot of that, you need to kind of prove out your business model with the repeatable sales, and get something that to the point where you are having the repeatable sales, and then at that point, then it's a good time to do the financial model. But when you're when you're early on, like in these phases down, so this is like you see the thing out here, it says 21 months. So it's not going to do you any good to have all these financial 5-year projections down here. That's not going to help you at all. But once you get up here and start getting some sales, that's when that kind of stuff actually come in handy. But the good news is, when you got the sales and you get and you got repeatable sales, then that's when you can do the predictions to kind of move forward, if that makes sense. And in the startup world, you don't really need that until you're doing some till you really you getting close to that product market fit. Yes. Alrighty. So I'm gonna look and see if I have a person that wants to. The next one I'm gonna do is this Seabiscuit one, and I want to do an actual model for that one. So if anybody wants to let's see what Michael sent here. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Michael. We appreciate it. Yeah. So Michael is saying that the performance based on the business model design, and as an investor, you need to see what the break-even point is. And so so in traditional, of course, I agree. When you're doing a traditional business, and the way the startup world works, and this is what folks have trouble with when you're doing this, the leveraging the lean startup methodology. It's a lot of the old stuff you learn don't really apply anymore. So you have to what you have to do is you have to prove that you can do these repeatable sales, and you design your business model where you can grow at a 10x rate. And if you can convince an investor that you're on this 10x curve here, and you got repeatable sales, and that actually that's the way the startup world actually works. So, and I do have a question out there. So, if you're doing if you got a startup, um, can you actually grow at a 10x rate um, without innovating? So if somebody would take the question is, if you, so can you grow at a 10x rate without, innovating on something? So if you got a barbershop, can a barbershop grow at a 10x rate? Is there a model for a barbershop to grow at a 10x rate? Um, and so the question is, can you grow at a 10x rate without some type of innovation? So somebody help me answer that question. Yeah. Looking for some answers. Come on, folks in the chat. Can you can a startup grow at a 10x rate without any innovation? Can it? Okay. Nobody's got a deal there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring up the Chat GPT here, and we're gonna do a new one. Okay. Okay. So Tony says no. You have to do things better, faster, cheaper. And there's no reason to pick over the competition. So, like when I worked in the Air Force Research Lab, we we developed technology kind of like at an evolutionary rate, which is But then in the late 90s, we started this revolutionary technology program where we were looking for technologies that can do a 10x or 100x improvement on what our current capabilities are. And so the only way you can do that is through innovating. And Tony, you're exactly right. Yeah. So can somebody put in the comments, just kind of suggest of something, a business idea for me to use? Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but I may have something here. Okay, I'm not sure who actually put this in the chat, but I'm gonna let's see. It's kind of, I just clicked the basic chat they already had in there. It's kind of silly, but it does end up asking you a question. So it says, to get started with your business model, I need two things: your name, and I'm gonna say John Doe, because I don't know who put that in there. But here's what they did. Um, no, dude. I'm gonna kind of edit it a little bit because he's talking about a business plan. So, okay. So let's just see what happens here. Okay, so using this, it's expertise, AI, this value proposition statement. Our AI-powered tools and services help emerging niche online communities like those focused on languages and translation, pet care, travel photography, who want to rapidly grow from 100 to over 10,000 members in 6-month period by an AI-driven content creation, analytics, chatbots, predicted trends, and automated moderation. This approach uniquely uses and provides personalized experience. So I think that sounds okay. So it says, would you I'm just tell it to proceed. This is working on the second goal, and it's the business model canvas, which is similar to the lean canvas. And the good stuff is coming, so just hang in there. And if you notice, it's putting out the stuff clearly and concisely. And it's suggesting some stuff for revenue streams. So cost structure, key resources, customer relations, value proposition, key activities, and so on. So I'm going to say that's who wants to do the value proposition canvas now. And so we're going to just, I'm going to say continue. The next go. And what I think this tool is good for is you'll see here in a minute. This is business model master. So what is it doing? Yeah, so it's talking about the problem and what the solution does for the folks that's got the problem. So let's see here. So the first one it did it for was what? Language translation communities. So it did it for each one of the communities the person suggested. Okay. So let's see. Stop on me. I'm gonna say continue because I don't know what it's doing. Demonstrations always are fun. So I guess I could. It's stopped. Oh, come on. What are you doing? So something's going wrong here. So, but let's just see if I can refresh here to move it forward. So where did we? Let's see. There's an NMC. Let's see what happens. I apologize. There's always gonna. Let's just redoing that last section again. But you'll get to. We haven't got to the real value of this yet. I like how it's looking at all the different customer segments. Okay, made it. Okay, so proceed with assessment of the business model. Now this is the part I like. But if I didn't like what it put up there, I could dive a little, get it to dive deeper into those things up there, so you can actually learn why it's actually suggesting these things. And so say proceed. I can learn how to spell. So this is where we should get some good stuff at. Oh, switching costs. That's a high ranking, 7 out of 10. Recurring revenue, 6 out of 10. So like when you are doing like your business model, your lean canvas, this is some of the things you are looking for to kind of to determine whether you have like here scalability. So look, 8, that's actually pretty high. This is the first one I've seen that's been that high. And after you go through all these things here, you can just literally ask like for protection from competition. You can ask that, what can I do to improve this ranking? So that's the beauty of this thing. What can I do to improve this cost structure ranking? Okay, and I think this is the final one. It's this this pestle analysis. Say proceed. Just for time, that's why I'm just going to go ahead on. But you could dive deeper into these things to kind of move forward. So it's just doing the political, economic, social aspect type of analysis. Legal. I think this is good for just just whatever your idea is. You can actually get some really good feedback, and so with a ChatGPT Plus account, you can actually use this too. I think it's done. So, but it's oh no, it's not done. The final goal is determination of viability statement. I'm going to say proceed. So that's pretty high, 7 out of 10. And a lot of the founders, when they have these business models, and so you have to understand, what makes it scalable, and that you have to do innovation in order to actually improve the processes for actually doing that. So let's just Let's see what the website says. So what do y'all think of this particular tool? And let's see, I was trying to see if it had some other approach to, let's see what it's talking about here. Oh yeah, I actually have a free account here. So it's saying I can upgrade to a paid account. And I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can, if you buy something from them, you don't need the chat GPT thing. So, but I don't see where that. I guess let me put it in another browser where I don't have a account at. So, how many people think that's useful or not? Just put something in the chat, please. Let's see. Okay, here's the pricing. And I think you can, and I think it's pretty reasonable as well. So yeah, so this is $48 a year or $5 a month. So it's actually affordable too. Yeah. So that's a pretty neat deal as well. So the whole idea is for there's a lot of this is just to try to inspire founders, to take advantage of some of these tools and just move forward, with what you got and work a little faster. You already may have limited time to work on your startup, but that cycle of getting feedback, I think you can make a lot of progress with some of these tools. Yeah. So anybody got any comments on using these tools to support? I say, Tony, you said you like to use BART. Do you do any for any kind of evaluation of your business models and stuff like that? Okay. Right. So, yep. So, like, let's quick review. If you do the pitch bob, you get a lot of work for the money, and so there's definitely some affordable tools out there. I think that's what my point is. And there's some free tools as well. And so that's really the takeaway that I think I wanted to kind of share on that. Okay. And Wisdom AI is really simple. It's got this, and it's free. You don't have to sign in anything. Here's an example question you can ask it. And so the folks that created this, but you can see it's a lot slower than the ChatGPT stuff. Okay, so SEO analysis, yeah. So yeah, so the focus, yeah. So for tonight, I was trying to get the founders, just some tools. If you have an idea, these are some tools you can quickly evaluate your idea to kind of move forward. I'm gonna try something else. I mentioned the Jan.ai. Hopefully this won't use up too much because it's resource intensive. And so this is Jan AI. I downloaded this to my computer, so it's actually running off my computer. and it was even installed just like any other Windows applications, and you can actually choose which chatbots you wanted to, which large language models you wanted to use. I'm not sure what this one is, and so let's just do a new thread. Yeah, I'm saying, can you help start up founders? I'm not sure which model I have in there. Okay, I guess something went wrong. So, but I haven't had enough experience with this to kind of really let's see what this was. Yes, that's right. That's the thing for that. But it's worth downloading. I think it comes with you can download the models that you can use, and you can choose the models. So, and here's a question. I said, what was the basis of this knowledge? I'd like to do that. And I said, are you familiar with the lean canvas? And it actually came back, and looks like it did more of the business model canvas than the lean canvas. But I guess you kind of get what you pay for. But if you want to keep your stuff private and do stuff, that's not in the cloud, you can. This is another tool you can try for free. Okay. All righty. So, yeah, if you got any questions, let me know right now, because otherwise we're gonna get out of here and get ready for next week. Yeah. So yeah. So the main thing is we're actually trying to help founders learn the best practices. So all these tools are stuff that you can use to kind of move forward. The more you leverage these tools and learn stuff, then the more programs you can actually participate in and keep growing. And I did get a couple of calls. One of our founders got awarded a patent, and he's got some folks using his software. So he's breathing a sigh of relief, and I'm going to have him come on next week just for a few minutes and share what he learned. So folks out there are making progress. So we want everyone to kind of make progress. Alrighty. So yeah, looking forward to Basha coming on. But if you're thinking about participating in Synapse Florida, definitely take advantage of the coupons that we got in the newsletter, and to move forward. Yeah. All righty. That's all I have for today. We'll see you all next week, and reach out if you got any questions. We're going to support founders and moving forward and get to that point of repeatable sales, and then just on and on. Thank you all, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye, everyone.